This is an audio recording of an article written by Maureen from the Shining Path Hypnotherapy. It was written on the 23rd of November, 2023. And for more information, please go to www.theshiningpathhypnotherapy.com. Good advice on making things happen. When we want to make changes in our lives, to either stop a bad habit or create a new one, we often go in hot. We set ourselves big challenges with lots of plans of what we are or are not going to do, starting at a specific date. Starting at that date, everything will change in a blast. We will be better, happier, thinner, stronger, more attractive, more productive, etc., etc. Unfortunately, these big changes don't always stick, and we often find ourselves slipping into the same old routine. Sometimes within a couple of months, or even sometimes within a couple of weeks. This is an idea sold to us every January. Start the year new, new year, new you. The reality is we often feel low in January. Shorter days and long cold nights can give us low energy, even for our everyday tasks, and then we pile the pressure on ourselves to change our whole lives. When it doesn't work out, we may begin to feel like change will never happen for us. We think we just aren't able to do it, and our negative self-talk may increase, creating a terrible circle of stress and bad feelings. When I was in my 20s and living south of the Mason-Dixon line, a friend was working on a horse farm for the summer. She was the only one other than the owner working on the farm, and it involved a lot of hard labor. One of the jobs for the summer was to fence the border of the property. It involved digging post holes and using fencing wire. I'm not sure how many miles the property border was, but it was going to take most of her summer. She told me how she was working in the hot North Carolina sun, putting up this fence, and she was feeling totally overwhelmed, like this fence was too much, and she would never complete it. Her boss, who looked like a snowy bearded mountain man, said, "All you need to concentrate on is digging the post hole in front of you. Then go to the next one. Don't look up until the whole thing is done." Ha! What sagely words of advice. They sounded to me like a great philosophy of how to get through a seemingly endless job. It stuck with me for over 20 years. When I have felt overwhelmed with learning something new or trying to make a big change in my life, I hark back to what was said and the simplicity of it. I like it because it reminds me that looking at the one basic thing you can do in the here and now, that one small step at a time approach, allows a lasting foundation to be slowly and strongly built. A sturdy, long-lasting fence. Do you want to change your behavior around something? Or change a negative habit? Where could you see yourself starting to make changes? If, for example, you wanted to be more active and healthier, instead of signing up to an expensive gym, what would happen if you just start taking the stairs at work every Friday? See how it feels. Or maybe you decide to see how many steps you walk in a day, and increase it by 300 steps each week. Simple. What does an actual achievable goal look like to you? What's something you can see yourself doing? If you make your bed every morning, what else could you do every day that uses about the same amount of effort? Small changes are far more achievable, And experiencing success gives us the positivity to make more changes. We will see ourselves differently and in a more positive way, making us behave more how we wish to. To quote the well-known hypnotherapist Milton Erickson, change will lead to insight. Far more than insight will lead to change. So if you want to see how you can make successful changes for yourself, I invite you to find something simple and small in the here and now to start doing. Only you know the right thing. Set yourself up for success. If you can dig one post hole, you can put up a fence 10+ miles long. It will take as long as it takes, and that is okay. All you need to concentrate on is digging the one post hole in front of you. The rest will fall into place.